Hello, Miss Rachel O'Brien.
Hello, Miss Frida Sophie Shirts. Good napping.
Hello, Miss Lady Rose. This is my Lady
Oh,
Rose.
Lady Rose, we have to include Lady Rose. There she
Hello.
is, Rose. Bring back the lady. Bring back the lady. We are going to talk about something not, well, it kind of is lady related. We are going to talk about this phenomenal book called The Advanced How to Become Money Workbook. I mean, first of all, the Advanced Money Workbook takes off where the original How to Become Money Workbook, I haven't got my original How to Become Money Workbook, but it's my Bible. Okay. So I was someone who was living from total insanity in regard to money. Okay. Now, what do I mean by living from insane points of views? I was living from viewpoints that were non-working. And I would say I was trained to be a slave in regard to money. And that's me. This is me being like brutal but honest. And what I mean by that is I was always trained to work for money, that money couldn't contribute to me or that I couldn't receive money with ease. And so the How to Become Money workbook, which we've just finished actually, we just did, was it like 10 weeks?
Yeah.
It seemed like 100 years, and we went through that book from the first page to the last page. And the principles of the How to Become Money workbook is becoming I Am Money requires you to know that you are capable of changing anything in your life. I am power. I am creativity is getting really present with what you want to do with your life. I am creativity and then the vision of that. And then I am awareness is my point of view creates my reality. I would say the biggest one. If my point of view is I can't have this, then I will create I can't have this. Okay. I am awareness. I am control is knowing that you're part of the universe. And once you keep following the energy and contributing to the world, that you will have what you're asking for. It's all of life with ease, joy, and glory is the target. Let's all of money comes to us with ease and joy and glory.
Yeah.
And
And
so
can you show your book again? Just like show the outside. Because you can tell how you've studied it,
yeah.
And that's like Rachel will start an Advanced How to Become Money Workbook book club, which again will be for 10 weeks. And like what I love about these book clubs is that you really get to study it. You get to read
Oh, yeah.
it and ask questions and like mark things and write things down and be like, oh my God, with every sentence. So, yeah.
Yeah. And the big thing for me on the money journey, because I went from broke to creating a global business, a global successful business,
Yeah.
and my three children having more choices, And so the big thing for me was really weeding out these points of views, which I mean, I adore you. One of the things with the How to Become Money workbook, you've got to stop pretending that you're not in charge of your life. And you've got to look at like these deep seated viewpoints. And I'm going to say, like, pull them from the root. You're a plant girl. Like, really pull these points of views from the root. And I've had so many places where, oh, I didn't work hard enough, so I don't deserve the money, or like all these weird points of views, what I didn't do, all we call them the give to get universe. And so the Advanced Money Workbook, you've got to have gone through the How to Become Money Workbook first. You just won't be able to absorb this if you don't. It starts with one of the advanced concepts about receiving, and that's where it kicks off. What are you unwilling to be? That if you would be, it would allow you to receive everything, being and receiving. And so receiving is a massive concept of access consciousness, which is about receiving every single point of view and then having a choice in regard to what point of view you would like to have. And what's true is I didn't grow up around people who had ease, joy, and glory with money. Neither you grew up with a traditional, hardworking German, father. Um, and so a lot of us have been exposed to so much poverty unconsciousness. And what I'm talking about poverty is you cannot have this because of your culture or where you grow up or your status or your family status or your education. And so we're actually breaking that wall down with these tools, which is actually, I can have this. Am I willing to create myself as valuable? Am I willing to choose to create the future that will allow me to have ease with money? And I am going to say that I have worked very diligently in the weeding of the points of views that were destroying me and stopping me from actually enjoying being alive. Mm.
So what would you say, like, what more can we receive from the advanced How to Become Money workbook?
I would say the Advanced Money Workbook puts you into really getting present with trusting yourself and your capacities to generate money, and it also gets you to look at the places that you are. It says, are you being a refusenik? And if a refusenik was a Russian soldier where they would refuse. And so I know today I refused money. I know today I refused money in one area, particularly because I had a morality point of view. And so it's not right or wrong or good or bad. It's just catching the places where you're actually refusing to receive money based on your point of view and not being willing to be that which creates money, you know? And I have to say, being willing to create yourself as money, being willing to have that level of caring for yourself it's just not, we're just not shown it. We're told I have to do to get, instead of I've got to be a valuable contribution and create myself as this. I am power, I am creativity, I am awareness, I am control to have and be gifted more. And so it also talks in the book that I'm going to call us humanoids, okay? That people, like, for me, money is really not like the end game. I adore playing, I adore generating. And for me, when I'm in the fun of what I can create and what I can contribute, money comes from the strangest places. So for me, money doesn't come like from working hard and focusing my energy on how much more. In fact, it shrinks my financial reality. What really expands my receiving of money is putting beautiful work out into the world, getting very clear on what I would like to create, whether that's selling jewelry. I've friends in the States that makes a lot of money selling jewelry, beautiful pieces that last you a lifetime. And so it requires you to really be that which generates, which is being the source. So it's a great way to undo victimhood in regard to money, and it is a great way to really get over the points of views and judgments that have been impelled. The stories, how many stories have you impelled? How many stories have been impelled in your world about you and lack of money? Okay. And then it addresses that we live in an abundant universe. One of my favorite lines from the first workbook, check it up. I'm sure there's many facilitators facilitating. It is, I allow the abundant universe to provide me with a multiplicity of opportunities, all designed to encompass
And support.
my growth, my expansion, and my joyful expression of life. Whoever told me that there was a benevolent consciousness out there willing to support me to grow and enjoy being alive? I never heard that. And
Yeah.
I know it's true.
Yeah. And even the possibility to have that as your life, like to not just like grow up, get to work, get your like retirement money and die. Like there's actually more. We get to choose more. Yeah, right. How lucky are we to know that there's more? Like,
And I know I'm the type of person I would go in. I've had like, I must have had like 20 jobs so far in my living. And I would go into a job, learn everything, know how it all work, and then get bored really fast. And I would learn really, really fast. And so for me, that continuous growth and that continuous becoming greater is something that's very relevant. And I adore change. I really love what I do. In fact, I have to pinch myself that I can create money from bringing more consciousness to the world, because the dominant point of view up until now has been people create money from unconsciousness and anti-consciousness. And so it's a true privilege to be able to facilitate great work, you know, that I'm proud of, and see people's, like we see people's like we get to see people's realities change. The purpose of money is to change realities. We get to see people's realities change right in front of our eyes all the time. And I mean, it's the hardest job in the world, as you know, and it is also the most phenomenal job in the world. And I guess for me, I'm continuously enthusiastic, which for me is another source of generating money. If I'm not enthusiastic about what I'm creating, forget about it. And so many people have these points of views you addressed about, if I do this and I tick the box, da da da, I get the money. No, if actually you honor you, you start to value you start to be a contribution to the world, you start to be greater, and you start to be willing to receive money and grateful. Someone paid me 30 euro for something today before I came on. They just flowed me a money energy. Thank you so much, you know? And so we'll talk about these energies that enhance your ability to receive money, and also the energies that push money away: blame, shame, regret, guilt, an environment of no trust. Whereas honoring you, kindness, nurturing, allowance, vulnerability, because it says in the book, you've got to allow money to come the way it will come. And I know I tried to control it every way I could, and I still can, you know.
yeah.
Mm.
I'm just. Can we play with something? Can I just open the
Sure.
book and read a
I love
sentence?
it. Sure, sure.
Well, I know no humanite loves this. How can you change the world by the way you use your money? Do you want to say something about this, or do you want me to read?
Read.
I would like to create $100 million a year. Why? Because I want to be rich and famous? No.
No.
Because I am rich and I want to be more rich and more famous? No. It's because I want to see what I can do to change the world. And money is one of the many things you can use to change the world. It is not about the amount you spend to create a change. It's about the amount of money you have and how that can change the world. I've told this story 1,000 times about leaving a $6 tip for a $6 snack. You have to look at a situation and ask, what do I really want to create here? What's really possible? In this case, a $6 tip changed a woman's life. Did that change the world? Yes. I mean,
I know I call her my angel. I have this angel in the UK, and she comes and she helps me with my house. And I love paying her. I love paying her. And every time I say I love paying her, she's like, "You're so weird."
yeah.
And this is where a lot of people haven't been educated to look at where they're flowing their money, you know? And so it's so beautiful that I can pay her, and that she is gifting me when she comes. The place is like so expansive. She just brings a different energy. Everything in the house seems like shinier, sparklier, brighter, you know? And so many people like hate their life and they hate what they do for money. And can you imagine what it would be like in the world if you actually loved what you did it to your best ability, and knew that you could make a lot of money from it, you know? Yeah. And that's the first person's world that you'd like to change is your own, you know? I was like, I grew up around a mom that was like super worried and stressed about money all the time. Where will I get the money for the dinner, you know? And then hoping my grandfather would call so she could borrow money or whatever. And there's no right or wrong in that. What it did create though was me having this sense of that I was missing something and that we lacked something, instead of my mom was a beautiful seamstress. Like you'd find none like her ability to make curtains, dresses, and yet she couldn't receive, you know, a lot of money from what she was uniquely genius at. Like people would talk about her ability to fix a dress, or, you know, I even clothes I buy today, and I'm like, my mother would like just laugh at the sewing in this, you know.
Yeah.
So she had this like wealth of an ability, but yet she couldn't receive from it due to whatever programming, you know. And so it's really about becoming something greater for yourself.
Receiving the gift you are.
Oh, what was that?
Receiving the gift that you are.
Yeah, yeah. And supporting people to know that a lot of us grow up with the points of views, I'd like to have this, but I can't. And so, but that shaped my life. Mom, I'd like to have this. We can't, I can't afford it. And so instead of I walk through the world, I'd like to have this, but I can't. And it was so energetic, Frida. I mean, I didn't even question it until the How to Become Money workbook. And then I started to question, this cannot be true. Everything in the universe is abundant. There's always more, you know? There's not like, do not, yeah.
I'm
We do.
laughing because it's true.
Yeah, totally. Like I was talking to you today with your plants, and you had your basil and your sage and your rosemary and your mint and your garlic and your paprika and your roses. And there's always more. There's always more being produced. And so the way I look at it is we are these beings capable of producing, as Shannon O'Hara says, the fruits of your being. And why wouldn't you choose that for yourself? You know, why wouldn't you be that loving to yourself to nurture your unique abilities and capacities, and to allow yourself to receive money from them?
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. So if you want to go on it is a deep dive, and it will bring up some strong points. And come join us. There's a chapter 3, trusting yourself, and it's like my go-to. Are you trusting that you are part of a universe who is willing to gift you and support you? And here it is, folks. What date do we start? Is it June 2nd?
Yes, we start 2 weeks from now.
Hey, 2
It
weeks
will
from
be exactly. It will be starting on June 2nd, Monday, 7:30 to 9 p.m. CET.
now. I love that.
Yeah, a great way to start a week.
It's
And we
Money
have
Mondays.
exactly, and we have German, French, and Portuguese translation, and Hungarian.
Oh, cool. Awesome. So the book is translated into Hungarian, German, Portuguese, and French. We would love to have Frida's our host. She adores the money stuff. It is allowed you to change. I've seen you change your points of views, and you know the way that you live with this and choose.
Yeah.
I'm going to say change your own reality. In
I
regard,
created this flat while we were on the How to Become Money workbook last year. So
you did. You absolutely, and you also created coming to the Choice for Possibilities in Geneva and staying in a beautiful room when your room didn't work for you. You know.
exactly.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
Money is just a tool, and it supports you to have more choice. You know, it isn't greater than you. You can have it, and are you willing to allow yourself to be that which can receive money? It's a big topic. It's not a small topic. It's I'm still weeding out, you know, points of views about receiving and all that lovely stuff. And I will continue to until I get to ease. I have the ease now, the joy and the glory of money. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you so much. And
Thank
June
you.
2nd, 10 weeks, €550. Come join us. A study group. We use the questions. We put the questions in the thread. It is amazing. I cannot wait.
Thank you so
Beautiful.
much, Rachel.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
All of money. Will we finish with all of money comes to us with ease, joy, and glory?
All of money comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of money comes to us with ease and joy and glory. Alles Geld kommt zu uns mit Leichtigkeit, Freude und Herrlichkeit. Alles Geld kommt zu uns mit Leichtigkeit, Freude und Herrlichkeit. All of money comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of money comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of money comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of money comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of money comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of money comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of money comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of money comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of money comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of money comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of money comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of money comes to us with ease, joy, and glory. All of money comes to us with ease and joy and glory.
And all of the way that you function with money comes to you with ease, joy, and glory. Because for me, I had to look at the places where I wasn't valuing myself and allowing myself to have money where I wanted to give it away. So all of the way that you're functioning with money comes to you with ease, joy, and glory. It's a big topic. I certainly required some support to transform it, and I have, and I'm proud that I can. And I wouldn't be able to contribute what I'm capable of contributing if I didn't become competent in being present with money and running a business. Exactly. Beautiful. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
We hope this contributed, and check out the How to Become Money workbook by Access Consciousness, written by Gary Douglas. If you're out there and you are going through a lot of stress and worry in regard to money, I am living proof that you can change that. I used to do fear and compression and contraction. And Frida said she changed her apartment. She changed the way she lives. You can change the energy that you be with money, and then that will allow you to receive more. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Mwah. I forgot what day it is. Happy Monday.
Bye, everyone. See you soon.
Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye. Thank you so much for being here.